Hey, baby.
Hey.
Take my breath away. Take my breath away. What do you think of Celine Dion?
I don't think about her at all.
Do you like that song?
Yeah.
Do you? Take my
right.
breath. Okay, what do you think of Tom Cruise?
He's all right.
Quite short?
I don't like his Scientology connections at all.
If you could take the Scientology element of him away, I think he has the capacity to laugh at himself, and I think he'd be much more fun. I feel that
we just saw that once.
What? Him being able to laugh at himself in Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
I know, I'm constantly gagging for him to be a bit more self-referential and a bit of a piss-takey thingy of himself. But one thing he does do is he runs with his tiny little legs and he does all his own stunts. Doesn't he? He jumps off things, he breaks things, he hangs off everything. He went on top of that thing in Dubai. He hangs out of helicopters. Anyway, so he's obviously the star of Top Gun. Kelly McGillis, do you remember her?
Yeah, but I never think about her.
I'm not asking if you think of it. Did you like Top Gun, the film?
Not really.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hated it. I mean, I really...
It's one of those classic rubbish films.
No, but it was one of those films in the 80s that I hated in the 80s. It's not one of those films that, you know, it was kind of Marmite back then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was directed by Tony Scott.
I don't think it was Marmite. I don't think it was
a huge hit. It was a
I think
huge
it's
hit.
It was just like a really commercial hit and people liked it. I don't think it was Marmite.
It was the commercial, because of course Ridley Scott is the guy who makes all the kind of rigorous shit, and then there was Tony Scott, who sadly killed himself, didn't he? Threw himself on the bridge in LA, who directed the first Top Gun. And so Top Gun Maverick, which is a straight up sequel, was delayed in its development because of Tony Scott's death and it kind of getting in the way of it all. Val Kilmer, do you remember him? Whatever happened to Val Kilmer?
I know, his reputation was terrible, wasn't it?
Well, it was. It really was. And
that's probably what killed it.
Maybe. Anyway, well, this is the sequel.
I think he was good enough to have such a bad reputation.
I 100% agree. I
like,
briefly interviewed him once. Wasn't he a Batman? He was Batman for a while, and we did a premiere, and he was an odd man. Fabulous jaw, though. I mean, he had a caped Crusader's jaw, that's for sure. Okay, well, this is Top Gun Maverick. It's a straight-up sequel. The trailer's landed at San Diego Comic-Con, which is going on now, which means this weekend is going to be crazy with Trailerville coming out all over the place.
Oh, right.
So here you go, Nads. This is a little bit of 80s kitsch. Let's see if it
going back to something we didn't like in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. It's like literally revisiting a bucket of sick. This will be. I recognise that.
30 plus years of service. Combat medals, citations. Only man to shoot down 3 enemy planes in the last 40 years.
40 years. Good shot.
Yet you can't get a promotion. You won't retire. Despite your best efforts, you refuse to die.
It's Ed Harris. That's Ed Harris talking.
Oh, yeah, it
is. You should be at least a 2-star admiral by now.
Yeah,
yet here you are.
He's great, isn't he?
He's good.
Captain. Why is that?
Oh, Tom.
It's one of life's mysteries, sir.
Badges.
Remember all those awful copies?
Yeah.
The end is inevitable, Maverick. Your kind is headed for extinction.
Maybe so, sir. But not today.
Not today. Wait for a moment at the end because we missed something the other day.
suppose if you like planes, that you're going to love that.
If you like...
And if you like the sound...
I had sort of visions of when he was on his motorbike. Wouldn't it be lovely if a fly went in his mouth? And
all I was thinking is, if he comes off that bike, he's going to really hurt himself.
I was thinking that. I was also thinking if he comes off that plane, he's going to really hurt himself too. I don't know if it... it's a bit like Top Gear in an airplane, but I didn't really get a sense
I kept expecting everyone to suddenly burst out laughing, because it was all so serious.
I know what you mean.
It's like...
That's very like Ed Harris talk. What was curious as well is that Tom Cruise, apparently, according to Tandy Newton, always stands on a box for height. Or he asks all his co-stars to sit down, as Ed Harris was there. So there's a curious detail.
And Tandy Newton told you that.
Tandy
People
Newton,
might think that's a bit
Tandy
random.
Newton told me that. But here's the thing. I didn't feel any sense of a story. I didn't feel any sense of jeopardy. I don't really care if Tom Cruise is kind of going out of fashion. And the fighter jet flight shots are great, but I know they've just attached GoPros and shit, but super, super expensive GoPros to the bottom of, fighter jets. And they're always going to look good, aren't they? But you can only watch them for so long. Do you know what I mean?
I'm left
Utterly
cold.
Utterly unmoved.
Frozen.
I think that trailer
Unmoved.
desperately needed a bit of Celine Dion. And a bit of Kelly
Take
McGillis.
my breath away.
Did it take your breath away?
I was trying to stifle a yawn.
Oh, fuck.